the dollar index with it.
Check, check, one, two. Check, check. Okay, nice. Finally, it is working. I just had to turn on a video from Chris. Let me just make sure over here. I sound like that? Damn, damn, son. Okay, let's get the stream started. Let me just check how much people's in here. 4 people. We could do better than that. Just waiting for a few more people to join up, and then we'll run it up. Yeah, the view is amazing, honestly. It's kind of hard for me to honestly see my screen because the sun is kind of. There you go. What you guys think about the hat? I low-key just got my hair done, so it just looks a little gay, and I don't feel like showing it off. So let's just keep the hat on. New look, new vibe. We out here next to the beach on vacation, but still gonna catch some trades. So first things first is I feel like I'm a little bit late already because I just got back to the room. I was showering after swimming in the pool, and I already kind of missed like a really good opportunity that I was looking for. As you guys can see, so what I was going over yesterday is the fact that I'm bearish because we missed the monthly target and we're approaching the end of the month. I'm bullish potentially until this target or even like the 4 hour FEG somewhere up there, at least like tapping into the IFEG up here. But we definitely could have caught a really nice trade inside of Asia session from this daily IFEG. You guys can see that we filled it perfectly, and I didn't see that until like it was too late. I just sat down and realized like, oh shoot, I could have closed. Like I had some buy positions. They're still in profit because they're like down here at like 30, starting from 30 up until like 32 or something. So I'm still up on these positions, and I think that we will continue to rise up because this is a daily bullish Reaper. So I will be looking for more buy side. We have a daily FEG right here that's bearish. So we might want to fill this thing up. I was thinking maybe yesterday's candle, this one, might come up a little bit higher and rebalance it, but it didn't. But it didn't. So I'm just going to be careful with going for longs here because if we get up, like say right here, in the Asia session, and the goal of the daily candle is to close somewhere right here, it's going to pull back down and close right there. Also, I don't have my brother with me today. He decided to stay with the fam. I don't blame him. We're on vacation. You got to enjoy it while you can. I'm not going to be live for too long either. I'm probably just going to look for like a scalp buy to like the midpoint of this FUG. That's all I'm going to look for in the stream. A quick little scalp. We can get some sell side here, but we already have a daily wick on this candle. And I'm thinking the daily objective of where it would want to close optimally would be right here. And then Thursday's range, or this is Thursday's range. Friday's range might be a huge bearish candle as well that pushes back to the open of the monthly candle, sweeping out both of these lows. We have some news events as well this morning, so we have to be cautious of those. I'm just going to check if you guys have any questions. Why did you mark that bullish Reaper? Because that's the only relevant thing for price right here. Like, do you see anything else that's relevant? No. If there was a fair value gap right here, I wouldn't even think to mark the bullish sweeper. But I'm marking the bullish sweeper because I'm like, okay, why did this close right here, exactly right here? And you can see if it pulls back and closes, you're like, oh shoot, there was actually something that it respected. And both of these wicks ended up respecting it, and we closed bullish. So now inside of this next daily candle, if we respected this one right here with these, then we're also expecting this one to be some sort of buy side as well. The main narrative is bearish, and we already hit one of our targets. I'm just thinking we might pull up a little bit higher before we pull back down, close, and then Friday's range opens and actually expands towards sell side like this. Love from South Africa. Ebrock is here as well. There you go. People are joining up. I'm in Mexico right now, and it's beautiful here. The water's really nice, and the weather's super nice. It's sunny out here. The pool's water super nice. It's an experience. Drinks are super nice. Where do you guys go if you go to vacation? If you have the pleasure of going to a vacation? My family loves Mexico, so that's where we're usually at. Mhm. Trying to tie this thing. The food's good too. We've just been cooking ourselves. A bit of a topic, but what kept you going like through the most challenging times? If it's personal to answer, I understand. What kept me going like through the most challenging times? I feel like even now it's like the most challenging times. Like for me right now, I'm trying to push past like a barrier that I've had, which is like, I've gotten really good months, but it's still not enough. It's still not like completely life changing. Especially because I'm from the USA, like I'm able to live nicely, but I want to like do a lot of things that I'm still unable to do right now. My brother's account is still cooked right now. Last stream, so he was up a lot in profit, but I kind of got distracted. I got a call, and I just ended up ending the stream right there. And bro got cooked. Like he didn't close the positions. Like he didn't even talk to me about it. And like I go to his room to finish off the video yesterday. If you guys haven't watched it yet, let me show you guys. It was this one. I taught my brother how to trade, and he made 10,000. So he ended off with like $11 in his account. The trade that he's in right now should be in profit. We both entered together earlier today when I was making this video, Forex Weekly analysis. So let me check. Oh, just some fire. We both entered and he should be up right now. We're gonna try to recover the account. Worst case, I just deposit again and we go again, but he's not streaming with me today, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to catch some bangers for myself, cook my account up. 4 hour, there's a FPG right there. It's super tiny. Not sure if I'd want to count this for anything. It became an IFEG, then it started getting used as a Reaper, and now we're about to close back above it. The overall direction to me on the higher time frame is a bit unclear. Like I'm not sure if we're gonna try to pull all the way back up into the IFEG on the daily time frame. It is looking more bullish than bearish because of the way that the previous daily candle closed. Oh yeah, Ibrahim, like you can't put that much leverage on your account with $10 in it. Nah, that doesn't look good. You got a full port. If you're trading live, honestly, like unless you got like 5K in there, I would be full porting the entire profits. You just have to make a good amount of money and and be able to reinvest in your account like if you blow it. I think I broke the hat. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Vitaly. I will enjoy the vacation. I'm having a good time right now. I have better time on vacation when I'm making money. Okay, 1 hour time frame. We got a little rebalance. We have an order block right here. Remember, order block is just a down close candle, and if it comes up above the high, then the top of the candle is the place that you use for an order block. This is also a rebalance as long as we keep pulling up from here. That would have been a 1 hour rebalance. There isn't much fair value gaps to work with on the 1 hour, like nowhere inside of this range do I see fair value gaps. There's one down here that was already referenced to go higher. So I'm not seeing much confluences to work with here on the 1 hour. So I would scale down on the 30-minute time frame. Just like earlier, me and my brother took a trade off of this one right here. So this is the one that I literally talked about inside of my weekly analysis. The purpose of this big candle, this is a daily candle. So I'm able to see the daily candle and what happens on the, like, look right here. You guys see this for value gap right here in the 30-minute time frame. So basically, this daily candle opened right here. Let's see, right here. And it came down and respected this 30-minute FEG. So we already have a wick. So I'm already bullish on this candle and I'm not expecting it to come back below the open. You understand? So it makes it easy for you to see the daily candles movements on the lower time frame. And now what I'm going to be watching. So like I said, this is a 1 hour order block. This is a 1 hour rebalance. And this rebalance is also below the midpoint of this 30-minute FVG. So if we're really bullish and we might get an expansion, I'm going to look for a buy inside of this FVG right here. So let's see if we can get that. You know what would have been funny if I brought my panda uniform, the apron and the red shirt, and I did a live execution here in Mexico. 9 to 5 worker catches a banger on vacation. 9 to 5 worker pays his vacation off. That would have been funny. But yeah, it's looking good. So like I said, this is the 1 hour rebalance. If we pull up and close inside of this 30-minute FVG, I'm going to be looking for buys from the next 30-minute candle. 30-minute honestly looks kind of nice. As I was mentioning, me and my brother took a trade on the 30-minute from this FEG, and I'll show you guys that right now on this video that I was talking about. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm just covering what I'm expecting out of the week. So if you want to see like what to expect, I was there with my brother. Kind of asked him some stuff. Went over the news events. We watched some Powell together. That was off stream though. And then I mentioned as I got down to the lower time frame that this right here is our entry, and we're going to be aiming for the target that is the daily FEG. So you can see that that's exactly what happened. From this 30-minute FEG, we ran all the way up to our target. This happened in today's range, and this was in yesterday's range, the entry. And I can show you guys that I literally got into that position. I'm still holding them because it's just a bunch of smaller little positions that I entered and layered in. But if you look right here on the left-hand side, you can see my buys, and then on the right-hand side, starting from 3325, 3327, and then that last one, 3329, which I believe is in here. 27, 29, all of these positions were in here. So I'd say that's pretty juicy for a continuation. And yeah, I'm still holding it just because it's not where I want the account to be at. And I still see room for buy side as long as we're respecting this 30-minute FVG. Marquee Cowboy, yes sir. Gotta do what I can. So now it's just a patience game. We can scale down to the lower time frame and try to catch a little scalp, expecting this to happen. So look, if it's 4 minutes left, and we're expecting in 4 minutes we go up above this thing and close, So if we scale down to the 1 minute time frame and find some sort of inefficiency that we can use, which is actually not going to happen because you can see that we're consolidating. So there's no point in looking for anything right here. And this is kind of trash. Oh, Asia session started and we're consolidating. That is pretty terrible. So we would optimally want to just wait it out for the 30-minute FEG to close and maybe we'll get some momentum and then we'll trade off of that momentum. Because there's no point in trying to like take a trade when it's consolidating, even if it looks like it's respecting something like this IFEG right here. It can easily just melt off as it's doing right now. Let's see actually. If this one respects it as well one more time, this could be the entry that we were looking for where it sweeps a little bit of the sell side. Like I'd consider this a liquidity sweep right here. We had some equal lows right there. We just swept that up. If it closes like nicely, if we're expecting it to come up to this high right here, I mean that's barely 10 pips. It's not even worth taking a trade like this. And it ended up closing like almost below it. Yeah, price action is not the best right now. There isn't too much to work with. 3 minutes left. Let's see. 2 minutes. It's fine even if it closes below this 30-minute FPG. Actually, it's not fine because this right here is a liquidity sweep of a lot of liquidity, and it respected the daily IFEG on the daily time frame, and there's a daily bearish FEG. That's not okay. It's probably gonna melt if it actually closes below this thing. So we can actually turn around and potentially look for some sells. You have to hold shift. He said, how do you make the trend line automatically straight? Look, see? So if you hold shift while dragging it out, you can drag it out in a completely straight line. This is actually the secret strategy that makes me profitable. It's just using shift on my trend lines. Like the moment that you start using shift on your trend lines, the game changes for you. It just all clicks. You understand? Oh, it might pull back in the last minute. I honestly think I'm gonna close though. I'm gonna close as soon as this 30-minute candle closes and we tap back into it because I would prefer selling than buying from this. Okay, guys, so now we have to think about if we're really gonna go for some sells right now. This is the wick of the daily candle. This is gonna be our entry point once we tap back into it. And we're looking for sells. Where do we aim? So first things first, we have to also get the next 30-minute candle to disrespect to this one. Okay, so our first target could be this low. We would optimally want to see that happen. Okay, what next? After this, we'd want to go target the next 30-minute candle because on the 1 hour, remember, there was nothing on the one hour. We can be patient with this candle as well. We want to really see like a move down. Like after it taps, we want to see it start moving back down, and then we can get in. There's no point in like we can enter small little partial off the tap, but I obviously want to see it move back down because sometimes these candles are kind of gnarly, even after it closes below. Because think about it right now. This tap right here, is a tap into a bullish FEG. It can easily disrespect whatever happened on the 30 minute because the daily candle is bullish. So if the daily time frame is bullish, it doesn't matter if it's bearish on the 30-minute time frame. So we want to be patient here, wait for this to either close or like start running down. And this is good for me because I still haven't closed my positions. I'll get a little bit more profit out of this. I think I'll just start closing here. Just stopping right there. Okay, that's pretty good for me. That's good enough. It's only been 1 minute since the open though, so let's give it another minute or two. Check the higher time frames again. Okay, there's literally nothing on the 1 hour. Like if it starts moving, I think it's gonna get like a crazy amount of sell side. All right, this is good. I just remembered the 4 hour is technically above a bearish Reaper. So see, the fact that we're above this right now makes it high probability enough for me. All right, I'm going in. I just entered a big size sell position. I'm in with like a little over zero point 0.1 lots. And I'm going to try to enter, just add some more leverage once we run down in profit. Now, there's this concept that it's very difficult for me to teach, and I still haven't figured out how to teach it to you guys, but it's like price being out of place. And what that means is it's out of place um, if, like, say we have a bearish confluence right here. This one's super, super, super tiny. But if we have a bearish confluence like this and price is above it, then it's out of place because it has to be below it because this is a bearish confluence that's going to push price down, right? So if we're above it, that's a high probability area to enter, right? Because it's going to go down. Then we go scale down and realize on the 30-minute time frame, we just created a huge move into a daily bearish level, like this daily bearish Reaper technically. This is a bearish FEG turned into an IFEG and back into a Reaper. This huge daily bearish FEG, the one that I marked out that I said we might be aiming for the midpoint of that, that's another confluence that's bearish. So we have a lot of bearish confluences. Then we scale down and realize, okay, 30-minute time frame, we just tapped into this bearish FEG. We got a daily bearish Reaper. And on the 30-minute time frame, we just created a 30-minute IFEG model. This is my Asia session model where we have a FEG that turns into an IFEG and then we just target the liquidity nearby, and if it keeps going, we hold the position. So we're already running a good profit. Maybe I should enter a little demo trade on this as well so you guys can see my reasoning behind this trade. So I'm entering a little bit late on this one. That was actually a terrible entry, and I would uh, try to avoid getting into entries like that on an actual position. Come on, load up. Nice. This also becomes a balanced price range because a regular FEG forms. We just want to see it run straight through this, close below this, and sweep out the low. That would be optimal. We could even take profit at like these lows once they're swept because obviously this isn't where I actually got into my position. I got in right here, a little bit lower actually. This proof is in the pudding, guys. Already floating a little profit right there, and that is on my live account. Gold is scared to trade. Damn, thanks, man. Bearish FEG plus 30-minute bearish IFVG. Yes, including everything else that I said as well. The daily bearish FVG, the daily Reaper, how your flip challenge. What does that mean? Are you talking about the one with my brother? We're just taking a little break on that. He might want to do it with me tomorrow, but for now we're chilling. Is it safe to sell now? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the stream's also delayed, so you guys have to be on top of your game. You got to read this stuff better than me. Dun, 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 dun. Just gotta have faith in the setup. Time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let me know if you guys have any questions. The SL is right above the 30-minute FVG. I'm not good at speaking English, but I can barely understand you at all. Sorry. Yes, you can enter. If you enter now, you're entering at the same level that we did earlier. So you can enter right now. What do you know about the ICT Enigma concept? I don't know what specifically you're talking about. What ICT Enigma concept? The time? I mean, all of ICT's concepts are revolving around the idea that there's an algorithm that runs and respects these levels. So you guys see we tapped this is why you don't want to enter like late because it tapped a 30-minute bullish FVG, and if it wants to go up, it's obviously going to respect that. Now, I still think that we're gonna run down from this bearish FVG, but it can take a little bit more candles. You know, it can close inside of this one and then run down with the next one. But yeah, you guys see that we respected the 30-minute FVG below. All we need to do is take out this low though for our TV. So fear not. Carry, yes. You're talking about my brother's flip challenge. It's going good. He's just on vacation, so we're not filming anything right now. The family actually just came back, so I might get interrupted a little bit. I might have to end the stream a little early. ICT seems confusing. I only trade break test. As long as you enjoy the flip challenges, bro, you don't have to learn ICT. But the reason why I trade ICT, it's not really confusing. Once you learn fair value gaps, there's only like a certain amount of fair value gaps. Like you can see there's a fair value gap right there, right there, right there. And it just makes so much more sense than breakout retest. And breakout retest, you're trading the highs, but for value gaps are much more specific. Like you can see right here, it broke out, but you might have entered right off the bat in the high. I would have known to get in right here. Same thing with earlier, right? You might have thought, oh, it's respecting the highs. We're gonna sell off now, but all it was doing is coming down into this FVG. So for ICT and for value gaps, they let you be so much more precise than breakout and retest would be. By the way, guys, if you're not following the Instagram, hop in. Our Instagram is at Full Send Traders. That's where I post basically everything. I've seen people do polls and stuff on here, but I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe I can do it here. Okie dokie. Just gonna do this instead. What you guys up to today? Who's watching the stream? Introduce yourselves. What do you guys currently do for a living? What are your goals with trading? While we wait for the trade, let's make it entertaining. What would you guys do if you were at Mexico right now? What would you guys want to do? What kind of activities? Swimming in the beach is fun. Hopping in the pools is fun. But there's plenty of more stuff to do. Got banana boats. I've even gone on like those like things that you sit on and they fly you through the sky. The little fan in the back. This is low key a vibe though. I didn't grab my microphone, so it's probably not the best sounding audio. But this background is sick, right? Kind of looks unreal. Palm trees, water, greenery. It's a nice place. Manny, bro. Somebody get Manny. This guy needs to chill out. You don't wait for a break of structure before you enter. No, I don't wait for a break of structure before I enter. I don't really need a break of structure. If you know how fair value gaps work, then you know that it's just like what's the most important factor of fair value gaps is making sure that your stop loss is in a good place because it can run off of the first tap. Sometimes it might not even tap. It might just run down, close, next candle opens, and we print another bearish one down here. And then the next one opens and we print another one. And you never have the chance to enter. So what I learned over time is like the most important thing is just like sometimes you even got to sacrifice your RR, enter down here, and just secure your stop loss at a good place if you're really confident in your higher time frame narrative. Oh, you use FVG carry? What do you mean breakout retest then? How are you trading breakout retest if you're using FVGs? Where are you right now? I'm in Mexico, Puerto Peñasco. It's a resort. I think I'll be able to show you guys. Little hotel. at the beach. Explain how you use it with breakup structure. I'm kind of curious. And what strategies do you guys trade? What pairs? What time do you look for your strategy? Maybe I'll do a challenge where I only use your guys' models for different setups and risk real money on it. That sounds like a good idea, honestly. But yeah, now that I think about it, I'm leaning more towards buys in today's range just because the daily Reaper is a lot more bullish. Like it's a lot bigger, and there's like so much of the bearish FEG that has yet to be filled yet. So that's definitely acting as a draw on liquidity. So after this trade, I'm only gonna aim for that first low, right here. As far as it like digs below this, and once that 30-minute candle closes, maybe I'll exit like at this one if this gives me the setup. Then then I'm out and I'm gonna be primarily looking for longs. I'm still sticking with this trade because this is a nice little wick above the open of the daily candle and it might want to dig down a little deeper. I still think it's like a really good setup. You know, we tapped into the daily FVG and we're running down. But I think the overall direction is going to be bullish and it's just going to sweep out this low and then turn around. I'll actually exit right here. I just noticed that there's a FVG right here, another really tiny one. I'll exit right here, which is slightly below this like swing low right here. We'll get rid of everything else and we'll start looking for longs from this FVG. All right, we entered our first trade of the stream. We got in off of the price pulling back from a daily FVG and a daily bearish reaper. And we saw my 30-minute IFVG model where it closes below a bullish FVG, tapped back in, and that's when we got in with the stream. We're just aiming for the low and this 30-minute FVG right below the low because I genuinely still believe that the narrative for the daily candle is going to be closing bullish. So we're going to be looking for buy side after it taps that 30-minute FVG below. Nice. Come on, let's pull a little lower. Keep it moving. Nice. We're running it up. Let's go. Who's in profit with me? I'm up $25. Can you believe that? Gosh. I'm not risking too much right now, and I'm just trying to preserve my capital. But a W is a W, you know? Once it sweeps out this low, that might be like $50 profit. All right, let me go check your guys' questions. Oh, you guys are just talking to yourselves amongst each other, huh? There is a VIP signals group. Me too, goals. My goal is to get 5 prop firms. Nice view, sir. Is your SL above the 30-minute high or above the 30-minute FEG? Both of those work. It just depends on how much you're able to risk. My goal is to get 5 prop firms and copy trade them. Yeah, that's a good goal. Go with Top Step X. They allow you to copy trade 5 funded accounts. My goal is 100K prop with 3% weekly. That is a big. It's very realistic. That would be 3K per week minus the fee. So let's actually calculate this. If you're going for 3%, you get 3K, and if you're withdrawing every week from like prop firm like funding pips, 3,000 times 0.6 because they take 40% away. You're getting 8,800 a week times 4, 7,200 a month. That's still super good. Your swing high that got broke on that bullish move and pulled back to the FEG and continued it. Yes. Oh, like this one right here? Or this one? Ran up, came back down, and continued. Yeah, but this is a IFEG, so it's a little bit different. IFEGs come with like the momentum of this leg, so you're not gonna wait for like a swing low to get broken and then come back into it. By the time a swing low is broken, that break of structure, the move's already over. You could have just entered, caught it to the low, and then exited your position. What do you mean you didn't know I also trade gold? That's the only thing I trade. Chris is the one that streams early morning and he trades NASDAQ. So there's 2 different people running this page. We're scaling this up. The 3 minute ugly. Who cares about the 3 minute? We're looking at the 30 minute. Oh, you're talking about Jose. Now I understand. Now I understand. Yeah, this is why I only trade gold because NASDAQ is scary, bro. I'm scared of NASDAQ, not gonna lie. My TP at 3325. Good for you, bro. Part of the game, 2 TP. Yeah, yeah, I understand now. I understand now. It's taking a long time. Who's hungry here? Because I'm honestly starving. I could go get some snacks. I'm gonna low key be right back. I'm gonna grab some snacks. Heal myself up a little bit. I don't even know if I can do that. Came back just in time. Hello, hello, hello. Nice. Audio's working. Came back just in time, but I forgot to microwave these things. Hi, buddy. Ooh. My little cousin just pulled up. I did forget to microwave it, so I'm gonna be right back, and hopefully this doesn't hit my TP while I'm gone. Bruh, really? Why did you have to come all the way back up? Trash. I would much rather it hit my TV. We still in this? Got some yogurt? That's facts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We just tapped into the 30-minute FEG above. Let's see. This is our last hope for some sell side. My MacBook's about to die as well. I'm gonna just have to end early because I'm outside. Do I ever swing trade gold? I always swing trade gold. How do they deal with someone who doesn't speak English in your mentorship? That's gonna be difficult. You can try to still piece it together. That would be on your behalf. Hold on, now I could actually enter on a paper account. I didn't even. Screw it. I'm just losing brain cells right now. No, I don't use one to one. The trade is just. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this trade, honestly. That is the lowest risk target that I could have possibly identified. Yes, I'm still in. 1 minute, there's a lot of crazy things. You need the 50 minute. I'm on the 30 minute right now. Is it going to reverse from the 1 minute? Why does that matter? If we're on the 30 minute and we have clear 30 minute targets, there's no need to scale down. You guys hear that? My brother. It's on the lower floor. That's just. I was seated so weird. You guys should have told me. Let's go, gang. They don't know me, son. Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? I just believe that it's gonna sell off now. I firmly believe that now. We already respected it 2 times. There ain't no way we're stopping here this time, guys. Low power mode. Oh no, 7% left. Should I go grab my charger or what? Could you move your face to the right? Oh, you guys couldn't even see what time frame I was on. That's why. A lot of you were talking about that. Price is super right now. Aha, ha, ha, ha. That's my interpretation of that message right there. Will you watch Squid Game season 3? I've seen both of the other ones, so yes, I will. Am I on vacation right now? Nah, this is my backyard. That's my backyard, guys. That's just a day in the life of my classic backyard. I just have a pool, a beach right there. So, no, I'm not on vacation. I'm just in my house in my backyard. I'm just kidding. I'm on vacation.